All right, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Woo! Okay, first step is what goes into 4 and 8?
2.
Yep. Can you think of a higher number?
4.
Good. What goes into p squared and p?
1.
P, right?
What? Yeah.
So 4p will actually go into both of those, right? And 4p goes into 4p squared p times, right? And 4p goes into 8p twice?
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe.
Okay? Now think about this. This is really minus p plus 2, correct? So we want to put the p first, right? But we don't like minus p. So what are we going to do? We're going to take out the negative 1. Now it's going to be p minus 2. Does that make sense? So on the top, let's rewrite this in green. The top is going to be 4p times p minus 2 divided by negative 1 times p minus 2. Okay? Is there anything the same on the top and the bottom?
Yeah.
What?
P minus 2.
Woohoo! Boom, boom. Okay, so that means negative and a positive is a negative, so we got negative 4p. Done, son.
Yeah.
Not bad, right? Easy? You guys remember doing this, right? Chapter 3.
Never had.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Never did it.
You could never do it.
Well, it's not. Alright. Factor. Parentheses. Remember, factoring, you got first step is GCF. Second step is parentheses star variable. That's what this is. This is your star. So we're putting in 2 in and 2 in, okay? But if we do that, that means we have step 5, which is star cleanup, right? Which means my star is 2. So later on I'm going to take out a 2 and a 1. So just keep that in your head. Now, third step. Third step is signs, right? Not scenes, signs. Right? And the signs, this sign goes in the first one, right? But this sign tells me that they're the same or different.
Different.
See, I tricked you. You said you didn't see this before, but then you knew it was different. Ah! Okay. So, and then there's the fourth step. Product and sum. Okay? The product is first times last, right? So it's that 2 times 35. That's your product. That's 70. Okay? And the sum was the middle number, right? So that's your sum, which is 3. And what are we doing in the sum? Whatever this sign is, so minusing. So we need 2 numbers that multiply to be 70, but are different by 3. What multiplies to be 70? 70 and 1, good. And now those don't subtract to be 3 though. So something a little closer together. 7 and 10, nice. So 10 and 7, right? 10 and 7, because they subtract to be 3. 10 minus 3, 7 is 3, right? Yep. Woohoo! Okay, so the last step. Star cleanup. We need to take out a 2 and a 1. If I take out a 2, 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 10 5 times, right? And a 1 is 2n minus 7. So I got n plus 5 times 2n minus 7, right? That's the top. Now what do we do to the bottom? Oh, well, it's done, right? So we got n minus, or plus 5. Is there anything the same on the top as it is on the bottom?
Yeah.
Yes. Cancel it. What's left? 2n minus 7. Choo! Yeah? What? Who's calling me? Tell them I'm busy.
Attendance.
Attendance? did so good. This is the first time they called today. We're doing good. Wait till next period. They'll be calling. For sure. Alright. What can I pull out of here? A 9x, right?
Yeah.
And that leaves me with an x and a 1. Does that make sense? What can I pull out of here?
3x.
3x squared,
Sure.
which leaves me a x and a 1, right? So what am I left with? X plus 1 times 3x squared over x plus 1 times 9x. So let's get rid of something that looks the same first. Let's do the easy part first. Some look the same?
Yes.
Yes. X plus 1, x plus 1, right? So now we're left with 3x squared over 9x. This looks familiar, like the last problems we were doing, right? So now, how many times is 3 going to 9? 3 times, right? So that leaves us a 3 down there. And then, hey, what is 1 from 2? 1, right? So it leaves us an x up there. X over 3. Bingo. That ain't bad, right? This almost looks fun. Right? I bet you guys could go home and play this game all day. Good. Alright, so now what? We got to do the 7. What? Is that really what it says? 3p plus 6? Or 7p plus 6?
Yeah.
12? Is it 3p plus 6?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I see it now. Okay, never mind. Alright, so we got to do this. Factor it, right? So we go 7p and 7p, right? But we have a star of 7, which means I got to take out a 7 and a 1, right? Okay? What's my first sign? The first sign goes in the first one, right? The second sign tells me if they are the same or different. So they are different, right?
Yeah.
So this has to be minus.
Yeah.
Okay? And then, what's my product?
2.
So 14. What's my sum?
Oh.
Middle number?
13.
13. So that means two things that multiply to be 14, but they subtract to be 13.
4 and 14.
14 and 1. Good. Right? So 14 and 1. Now, I got to take out a 7 and a 1. Does 7 go into 7 and 14? Yeah, 1 and 2 times, right? And a 1 goes into this, 7p plus or minus 1. So what do I have? I have p plus 2, right? Times 7p minus 1. That's on the top. What's on the bottom? Well, let's take a look. What goes into 3 and 6? 3, right? Yeah? No? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. How many times? 1 and 2! Holy cats. So we got 3 and p plus 2, right? Do we have anything that looks the same on the bottom and the top?
Yes.
What?
The P plus 2.
P plus 2, okay. So I got 7p minus 1 over 3. Holler back, y'all. How's that for... That was a long period.
That's like the only thing I've ever out of everything.
Was that good?